Hi everyone. Okay, so I have COVID. I tested positive, I can't remember, but I think it's been 3 days ago. 3 nights. 2 days before I tested myself because I had just a blinding headache. I get migraines, so I'm used to headaches, but this was beyond anything I'd ever experienced. And I thought, okay, so maybe this is the new normal for me with migraines. Like, it's just progressively getting worse. And this is what I'm going to have to now, and this is what I'm going to have to get used to. But just as a precaution, I live in New York City. I just had gone to my mother's memorial. A whole bunch of people, family members from that celebration of life had tested positive. It was just exactly 2 weeks from when I had returned. So I didn't think that could be the incubation period, but I tested myself anyway. It came back negative. I thought, okay, I'm in the clear. I then Googled incubation period, and it said it can go for as long as 14 days, which I didn't realize. Anyway, I thought I was okay. Then I started getting a sore throat. I thought, well, it's a cold. I haven't had a cold in over 2 years, and then I started to feel a constriction in my chest. And it was at that point that I thought, oh boy, I better test myself again. So I did, and it came back positive. As some of you who follow me on social media, as some of you who follow me on social media know, my husband had surgery right when we got back from my mother's memorial. And so he's particularly vulnerable to anything. And so I'm completely freaked out about that. I don't want to give it to him. So I have been wearing my mask. These are actually pretty comfortable. I can put the link below, but of all the masks, these also come in different colors, like magenta and purple. And anyway, so I'm wearing a mask when I'm in bed. I'm wearing a mask because I don't want him to get sick. And I'm self-quarantining because I don't want my children to get sick. So far, everyone else is negative. So I was supposed to go and visit my friend Pat Polly, which I'm just so bummed. I was supposed to actually leave this Sunday, and I was supposed to spend 5 days with her. And I tell you, I've been so looking forward to this trip. I mean, literally, through the whole planning of the memorial, I just kept thinking, okay, I get to spend 5 days with my friend Pat. And Pat's hilarious. And we were going to do all this dyeing. And we'd ordered all this linen fabric, and we were going to just be dyeing together and hanging out. And I was going to do some filming of her and her process. And anyway, it was a whole thing. And I've just been so excited and just thrilled to be doing this. So I had to reach out to her, tell her I had tested positive. There was no way I was going to be able to come. Even if I felt fine, I still couldn't come and take the risk of infecting her. And she wrote back and said, get meds. And I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. So the next morning, I called my GP. And guess what? He's got COVID. So he got on the phone with me, and he's just this lovely man. And he said, right, I'm prescribing Paxlovid for you. And I'm going to prescribe it for your husband just in case, so that it's all there and ready for him in case he gets sick, which chances are he will. And so I've been taking that. My first dose, I think that was 2. Anyway, I've taken 2 rounds of it, and I am definitely feeling better. So for me, the worst has been the just brutal headaches. The headaches are like nothing I've ever had. They are so bad that I felt nauseous to the point of thinking I might vomit. That just, I mean, I've read about people who have chronic migraines who experience this, and my heart breaks for them, because this is beyond anything I've ever experienced. I just couldn't believe it. So the headaches have been brutal. And the coughing. The coughing is like, when I get a bout of coughing, it's like I can't catch a breath. And I start to feel dizzy, and I can't breathe because I can't stop coughing. So my sister, I was texting my sister, and she reminded me that my mom used to have a humidifier, and she'd put like eucalyptus oil in it. And that reminded me of Vicks Vapor Rub, which I think she also did. So I texted my son. I think you love texting. I texted my son, can you run to the drugstore and get me Vicks Vapor Rub? Ordered a humidifier on Amazon. I don't think it's coming. I Googled, like, what's the best humidifier? This is the one. I'll put the link in the bottom. I'm not going to get it, I think, until next Monday. But anyway, it'll be here. It'll be here if anyone else gets sick. And evidently a humidifier with the Vicks, there's like a Vicks thing that you can put in it. That actually has been, they've, according to a couple things that I read about COVID, that it can actually help. But in the meantime, I've been doing like a Vicks Vapor Rub all on my throat and my chest. And then I put the blanket over me so that if I cough, it's like in the blanket. Because after a while, the coughing is so violent, the mask starts to slip off. So these are some of the tips I've got for COVID while living with other people, where you can't, we're in New York City, we don't have an extra bedroom. We don't have a spare room in this place, You live in New York City, most people don't have spare rooms. So it's not like I can go into a spare room and isolate. This is what it is. I've got a workshop that I'm teaching every Saturday, my improvisational stitching workshop, and I'm going to be well enough to do that tomorrow. I'm going to be resting today. I'm going to rest all up until the workshop, and then I'll be able to be on and do it. But I just have to say that I'm vaccinated. I had the Moderna vaccine, the double jab, and then I had the booster. Honestly, the thought of going through this not being vaccinated, I mean, I don't know. I just can't even imagine. This has been tough. And I'm lucky. I'm lucky, I get it. I'm not anywhere near as bad as some of my friends who've gotten this, one of whom got it before there was a vaccine and almost died. I mean, what he described was so horrific. Like, he was literally writing his will at the end. He didn't think he was going to make it. Horrible. So I know these variants, and we're all exhausted, and we're all so sick of all of it, like just enough already. That's how I felt. I didn't wear a mask at my mother's celebration of life. Hardly anyone was. I didn't wear a mask on the airplane. Like, what was I thinking? Insane. But I didn't. The mask mandate was off, and it was like, ugh, fine, all right, I went to meet my friend for coffee. We went to this very, very popular coffee shop in Manhattan. I mean, it's like got to be the hippest, most like party scene coffee shop. It's this huge Starbucks over on 9th Avenue. Anyway, it was filled with people. Nobody was masked. And, I could have gotten it there. That was Sunday night. And I started to get sick on Monday. So who knows? Who knows where this came from? It's everywhere. It's ripping through. Just be careful, just be careful. It's not gone away. This isn't over. I hate that. I mean, I can't even tell you. I find that just utterly depressing, but it's true, and to be under some delusion that it's not, I mean, I don't know. How's that helpful? So the mask goes back on. And I hope all of you are okay and safe. This isn't fun. Being isolated isn't fun either, right? I mean, I don't think any of us are having a blast with all of this. But that's where I've been. That's why there's been just like, radio silence from me. I just didn't have the energy. I thought I was so tired, and I thought, well, it's grieving my mother, it's a celebration, it's all this, and now I'm thinking it was, COVID, or maybe it was all of the above. Who knows? Why even try to figure it out? You can see my little water bottle here. Keep that stocked. I'm constantly drinking water. There's the Kleenex, water, Vicks Vapor Rub, mask. It's like the toolkit for the age of COVID. Here we are. Woohoo! So I hope all of you are well and staying safe and being careful. And I know we're all sick of it, and we all just want to stop and just have fun and go out and be merry and socialize. And maybe one day we will, but this thing isn't going away anytime soon. One last thing, for those of you who feel like, compelled to comment with political stuff, don't. I'm just gonna delete any comments that are about politics. This isn't about politics. This is about health, well-being, whatever. Please don't bring politics into this. I mean, I'm so over it. Really, enough is enough. Your comment will be deleted. Don't take offense. Don't take it personally. Anybody. You're, boom, done. All right, we just have this one life. Let's live it well. Let's live it kindly. And love to all of you.